David Fantle and Tom Johnson have written a new book, Come On, Get Happy, The Making of Summer Stock. Judy Garland's star was burning out when she filmed 1950s Summer Stock. The Wizard of Oz actress, who was an alcoholic and drug addict before turning 30, was fired from her previous film, Annie, Get Your Gun, and hospitalized for 11 weeks. Despite being hailed as one of MGM's greatest assets and a familiar name at the box office, she was granted an early release from her contract. The musical was her final film for MGM. It's now being explored in a new book written by David Fantle and Tom Johnson, Come On, Get Happy, The Making of Summer Stock. It explores how Garland completed the movie as she struggled behind the scenes and what went on when cameras stopped rolling. We have talked to and interviewed enough people to know that it was a troubled production, Fantle told Fox News Digital. And it was also significant in that it was Judy Garland's final film with the only studio she knew for 15 years, and this was the end of the proverbial road for Judy. And I think we wanted to clear up a lot of misperceptions about the film, particularly as it pertained to Judy. The common lore is that many of the film's delays were solely at Judy's feet, Fantle shared. Now I think in the book we do a good job of chronicling what she caused, and she was part of the problem, but by no means she was the entire problem. And I think we need to be empathetic and understand that. At the time of filming, Garland's marriage to her second husband, director Vincent Minnelli, was falling apart. The pair called it quits in 1951. She was also mother to toddler Liza Minnelli, as she struggled with a crippling addiction. According to multiple reports, Garland used barbiturates and amphetamines before she slipped into her ruby slippers to stay camera-thin and energetic for strenuous days of filming. She had a growing dependency on prescription medications, Fantle said, so she was going through a lot of personal emotional upheaval at that time. She was signed to MGM at age 13 in 1935. I think that while some child stars can go to adulthood and make that transition, many can't. Judy was successful, but she certainly had to struggle with her personal demons. Johnson told Fox News Digital Garland faced mounting pressure to look like her more glamorous contemporaries like Elizabeth Taylor, Ava Gardner, and Lana Turner. Garland's third husband, Sid Luft, later revealed that Garland's drug habit may have been an effort to numb her insecurities around her weight. He claimed that while filming Summer Stock, she would stop eating altogether. Something that director Charles Walters told us years and years ago, back in the 80s. We were asking that exact question. Why was Judy bedeviled by all these insecurities? Fantle explained, and he said, you have to look no further than Marilyn Monroe. He said that Judy would have given everything, given every bit of her talent to be Marilyn. He said she wanted to be just like Marilyn. She wanted to be gorgeous like Marilyn, and she never considered herself pretty. She was 4 to 11, and she just wanted to be gorgeous, Johnson added. She would have sacrificed all of her talent for that in the same way that Marilyn would have sacrificed her beauty to be taken seriously as an actress. She would have given anything to be like Lana Turner, who didn't have as much talent as Judy, but she had this bad self-image about how she looked. She just wanted to be beautiful and sought after in that way, and I think she always felt that all through her career, all through her life. That was a huge demon that she never was able to put to rest. Before Monroe's fame grew as a sex symbol in the 50s, Garland found herself at Hollywood's dream factory with towering, glamorous screen sirens. In the 1941 film Ziegfeld Girl, Garland appeared alongside Hedy Lamarr, hailed as the most beautiful woman in the world. Meanwhile, studio head Louis B. Mayer nicknamed Garland My Little Hunchback. Garland battled insecurities over her appearance for the rest of her life, Johnson pointed out, and a grueling schedule contributed to her reliance on drugs. She wasn't just at MGM making movies, said Fantle. She was doing dozens of recordings. She was doing live stage performances all over the country. She was doing radio broadcasts. And I just think, emotionally, all of these things continued to mount on her and rest on her shoulders. Producer Joe Pasternak was determined to support his leading lady. His films always had happy endings, Fantle explained. We found out through research and conversations that he lost his father, his sister, and about 40 relatives in the Holocaust. Most of them perished in Auschwitz. He was fighting his own inner demons from that point on for the rest of his life. And yet he was always known for these happy ending musicals. He was wearing a mask to escape from the personal tragedies that he endured. He was trying to create the happy endings in film that he never had in life. Pasternak purposely surrounded Garland with people that she loved and trusted, Fantle continued. For Judy, trust was everything. And Gene Kelly, his first film was with Judy. He owed everything to Judy, he said, and he would do anything to help her, including staying in that film for a year if it took that long. The cast formed this giant security blanket around Judy to help her get over the finish line. Fantle stressed that Garland's woes were just one of several reasons why summer stock was plagued with problems. He noted that the musical had a 6-month production window, which was significantly longer than most during that time. After shooting scenes, it was discovered there weren't enough songs to complete the film. With the principal lyricist gone, other composers were brought in. After the new songs were composed, they then needed to be orchestrated and recorded. New solos also had to be filmed. Still, Garland got the brunt of the blame from the press. Following summer stock, Garland returned to the stage, and her 1954 musical, A Star is Born, was recognized as her comeback, leading to an Oscar nomination. Despite being favored to win, it was Hitchcock blonde Grace Kelly who won the Best Actress award for The Country Girl. Garland found love again with Luft, whom she married in 1952. They welcomed 2 children, a daughter named Lorna Luft and a son named Joey Luft, but the couple divorced in 1965. A year later, she was completely broke after new managers embezzled large sums from her, People magazine reported. She married twice more between 1965 and 1969. Garland died from an accidental overdose in 1969. She was 47. Today, Fantle and Johnson hope their book will introduce readers to a Garland musical that they believe is grossly underrated. Judy was a trooper, said Johnson. She had addiction problems, had insecurities, had a workload that would kill anybody today, and yet she did it. She faced it. All those demons and all those insecurities and all those deficits. You don't see any of those demons. That's what, to me, is just amazing about her performance in the film. That's a true professional right there.